Hey everyone, so today we have notes, shorter notes. I know the last ones were a little bit longer, but these ones shouldn't be as long. It's actually a continuation of what we did last class. And let's just get right into it. So this is called the parallel lines conjecture. And a conjecture is just something that hasn't been proven yet. It can actually be proven later, but I'm not worried about proving it right now. But all it says is if two parallel lines are cut by a transversal, then the alternate interior angles are congruent, alternate exterior angles are congruent, corresponding angles are congruent. Okay, and remember all of these different types of angles we went over in the last note session. And in the last ones, same side interior angles are supplementary and same side exterior angles are supplementary. So I'm just going to write a couple things down, that way it's more clear for you guys. This notation right here, this just means angles. Like students, math people are a bit lazy, so if they can get away with writing shortcuts, they will. So that's angles. If you haven't noticed, this stands for congruent. Okay. And then the last one, I'm only going to bring this up. We've gone over it so many times. But supplementary, it means it's going to add up to 180. Right? When you add it up, it equals 180. Okay. Let me put parentheses around that. So that's supplementary. So if you need to pause this to write everything down, do that. We're going to get right into the examples. Okay, so here's the examples. So it says name each angle pair relationship and find the value of x. Okay, now most of the time, not always, but most of the time, and you know what, I forgot to bring this up last class. Whenever two lines are parallel, they'll always have like these parallel marks on them. So these two marks tell me they're parallel. If they don't have that on there, you can't assume they're parallel. You can ask me and I'll tell you if they are or not. So let me go through and put them in all of them. If it doesn't say somewhere in the directions, they better have these marks in them. Okay. And it just looks like little arrows going in the same direction. That tells me it's parallel. That's the notation. If you see this notation, that says two lines are parallel. Okay, so to solve this, the first thing we want to do is name the angle relationship. And that's like alternate interior, alternate exterior, same side interior, same side exterior, corresponding, any one of those. So if you look at these ones, remember this is the transversal. 136 is on the right side. This angle is on the left side. So they're alternating. And they're both interior to these lines, or to my band-aid shape. Okay? So they're alternate interior angles. And I just found out these alternate interior angles are congruent. So I know x equals 36 degrees. Congruent just means equals. Okay? So that's all we did there. That's the answer. Let's go to the next one. Now this one we didn't run into in the last class assignment. But these two angles are corresponding angles, and I'll show you why they're corresponding angles. Corresponding means they're in like this corresponding position. And if I look at the transversal and the parallel line, this x is on the right of the transversal and below the parallel line. The 140 is to the right of the transversal and below the parallel line. So they're basically in the same position, to the right and below. This is to the right and below. Okay? And on the page right before this, I put down corresponding angles are congruent. So I know for this one, x equals 140. Okay? And let me just briefly go back. See, alternate interior angles are congruent. Corresponding angles are congruent. Okay, the ones that are on the same side, those are supplementary. We're about to get into those. So these two are both on the left side of the transversal. So I know they're same side. And they're interior. Let's say if I close this off. To me, it always makes sense to close it off because then you can talk about an inside and an outside. So same side interior angles. Now those two are not congruent, but what they are is supplementary. I know x plus 120 equals 180. So that means x must be 60 degrees. Okay. So those are different. Up here you can just say they're equal. They're equal. But whenever you have same side, they add up to 180. Okay. It's the same thing if you look at number 4. Let me do number 4 real quick. Those are same side. Again, because this angle is on the left side of the transversal, 65 degrees is on the left side of the transversal, but they're both exterior. Right? This is interior, these are exterior. Same side exterior angles, and when they're both same side exterior, they add up to 180. Briefly subtract those two, 180 minus 65, and you get 115. And that's what x equals. Okay? So again, on today's assignment, you have to name the angles and then find out what x equals. And that's it.